I'm really glad that McDonald's raised their prices. The only reason people
Go watch her video. I'm going to disagree with a few things there. I'm going to start with the beans and rice. That sounds like a very boomer statement. Just have beans and rice. I remember one of my parents saying that to me at some point. It was ridiculous. Here's the problem. McDonald's is bad for us. It is awful. But all fast food is engineered to be delicious for most people. And you're not going to get Americans to just go start having beans and rice no matter how much money it saves. Now, on that note, I will say the more effective option is to get a slow cooker and start doing slow cooker meals. This is more convenient than fast food. The reason being is you can leave the slow cooker on all day and you can make some delicious meals out of there. Go look up slow cooker recipes. They also are more cost effective. I credit myself for being able to eat the same food over and over again. I once fell in love with breakfast burritos, and for like a year and a half, I had nothing but sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast burritos with green chili every day. Sometimes twice a day. That's what I was eating. It was back in my fat days, obviously, but I can't do that with beans and rice. I don't care how you season them. I'm sorry, I can't. I know it's the cheapest option. There are other options that are cheap that you can do. So, hey, if she can do it, great. If you think you can do it, all for it. You know, portioning your food out and eating healthier alternatives is better for you in the long run. We should absolutely be boycotting companies who are doing this. McDonald's is going to be raising their prices because they want you to feel that what's happening in California, where they provided fair wages to workers, they were forced to, is just, oh my God, so atrocious, when really it didn't cost them anything. There have been plenty of studies, plenty of commentary showing that to give their workers a fair wage, a living wage, is really inexpensive. It doesn't cost them anything. But they don't want to do that because they're used to the cheap labor. They're used to slave wages, and that's what they want to pay, and they're going to make the rest of us suffer for it. I haven't eaten McDonald's in a while. I had gone on hiatus for over a decade, if you can imagine that. And then occasionally I've had their breakfast burritos and stuff. Since I've gone on my weight loss journey, I have not had any McDonald's. I think I had a coffee at the beginning of my weight loss journey, but that's it. But no, I haven't, and I don't eat Burger King or anything anymore. Like, fast food, she's right. It was something that was appealing because it was cheap and it was quick, but it is still kind of quick. Some people are going to argue it's not, and I understand what you mean. I get it. Don't hate me for it, but no, we need to be sending a message. Unfortunately, the big issue we have in this country is we cannot get enough people to organize. You're going to have ignorant people who are like, well, I ain't doing that. I like McDonald's anyway. And the problem is we have this other weird thing that happens in this country where when something gets expensive, it's seen as bougie. And then people decide they have to have it. Oh my God, McDonald's is expensive. That's the place to go. Kids already think McDonald's is hot as it is because it is pricey, because it's a higher class fast food restaurant. McDonald's put a lot of marketing into making themselves look like the great American restaurant. They put a lot of time and effort and money into that, making it look like that. They've also got these meals, which aren't anything special, but these meals from different rappers, singers, and stuff to endorse them even more. And so they're attracting the younger generation of kids who are susceptible to that. The influencer meals have become the new Happy Meal with toys for kids. That's what's changed. They found a way around it, right? Because they realized that it was not right for them to be using the toys to lure kids in, so they had to kind of stop doing that, right? You guys remember that? It used to be all with the toys for Happy Meals, and then there was, I think, legislation passed that told them, hey, you can't really do that. That's wrong to do, and so they dropped out of that, and they weren't sure what to do, so they started doing healthier things, which weren't really that healthy, and now they're pushing this. So just keep in mind it's happening, and it's probably not going to stop. The only way it's going to stop is if everybody really cuts back on eating fast food severely. We would need such a boycott, and it's just not going to happen. Too many people are ignorant of it, don't care, don't want to be involved. So what are your thoughts on the raising of the prices? Do you think there's a better way we could organize to stop this from happening? Or is it just one of those things that's going to be set? What are your thoughts on this?